had a few towels that were coming loose because moisture had gotten behind the towel and rotted out the sheetrock. So I had already saved time for the video. I took my putty knife. You're going to need a putty knife, a set of gloves, and maybe a hammer to get this job started. And what I do, I pull out the towels and then I clean them up because they're still good. And to take that paper off that's glued to this, just soak them in water. And then let that dry, and then reinstall them. I put new sheetrock, and then I reinstall it. It's a very easy fix. It's just a matter of seeing what's behind the wall. You got stud here, stud there, and a stud over here. And I'm going to put new sheetrock behind there so I can reinstall what I have there. So I want to thank you for stopping in. So this is Kenneth Clark. I want to welcome you to this broadcast. I showed you earlier in the earlier video how to remove the towel and get, once you remove the towel, you start digging and once you get all the towel off, you may have to go up 5 or 6 rows. I would only have to go up 3 rows. You go until you feel dry sheetrock. So the sheetrock behind those towels that were falling off was moisture. Moisture was getting in from the outside. We've got a hole in the wall here, so I was able to plug that up. And so now I've got me a clean line here, cleaned up everything, and now I'm ready to install my dowel rock. Dowel rock it holds up under moisture because this is a shower. You don't want to use regular sheetrock. So the tools that you're going to need for this process is a drill, a sheetrock knife, screws, and a tape measure. You can take some drywall screws and screw that in. Make sure that I've got pipes over here. You mark the pipes so you won't drill a hole in the pipes, only into the stud here. So you put your sheetrock in after everything's fit, and it should fall right into place. And then you start drilling your holes. I have this marked. I've got these studs marked. I've got a stud right here. You can just take a pencil, and I got a stud there, and then I got a stud over here. So once you find your marked studs here, you just drill, and then we have a stud right there. And you just put about 3 screws here, and this way, one in the middle, and then one close to the bottom. And then you do the same thing all the way across. Find the studs and do 3. And you just keep that going. And make sure it's in the stud. And you just come on, keep going to the next. Same thing. Put about 3 and get the space. And you just keep it rolling. That way everything will be flush. You just keep going all the way. And then put some back there. That way when you lay that towel on top of that, everything will be, you'll be guaranteed that'll hold up. And I just keep going, put another one here and another one there. And that secures everything. That way the towel on there, all of that's going to be flush. It's going to be flush. It's going to turn out good job. So watch the next video of the ceramic towel to the wall, and then we'll keep. Hello, this is Kenneth Clark. I'm back here. I'm going to show you how to install the ceramic towel after you've gotten the sheetrock. You got the green rock. If you go to your Lowe's Home, the wall adhesive, when you grout it on, pile it on, and then you come back and you make some grooves in it. That way, when you install the towel, you want to start from your bottom and just keep installing until you get to the top. You just put it on. Make sure these are lining up here. If you got a little groove there, you're going to have to a little bit more adhesive. You're going to kind of have to build it up a little heavier there so they'll line up together. This is only if you're doing a redo. When you're not doing the whole shower, you're going to have to keep them lined up because sometimes the walls are not level. And make sure you got a rag. See how that flushed it out. And you got a rag in your hand, a clean rag with a little water, soap and water, and you just keep going till you get to the top. And then you just, if it's not level, you just keep pushing it in, and then it'll level out. You can just press. See, you got a gap there. That means you're going to have to raise up all the towel until they all line up. Everyone is lining up with the old towel. You're going to have to kind of work it a little bit. And then once you get it lined out, you can stick some little wood under there. That'll hold it from sliding down until it dries. So we still kind of have a little groove there. I'll stick some more wood there and see how that lines it out. And then just push, and that's how you install. And just keep going to the next one. Keep going, and until you get all the way across. Make sure when you start, you line it out with the old towel, with the existing. Everything's lined up, and your job should turn out to be a real nice, decent ceramic towel job. So you just keep going, pressing in, and wipe, and make sure once you're pressing in, you have enough time to go back and shift it up or whatever you got to do. You have some plan. Hello, this is Kenneth Clark. I'm going to show you the last step. I always use that pre-mix grout, and just take a rubber mat and begin to scrape it across. After you let your towel dry overnight, come back and you're ready to grout. Just put it on there. Just doing a little area here, so you just barely mash it down in the crevices and wipe it, and then take a clean rag after you do the whole surface, and that cleans it up. And I want to thank you for stopping in. Clark's Painting and Remodeling. Hello, this is Kenneth. This is the finish. I got it all towel installed, and all the blue tape is to hold everything in place so it'll dry. You can see like I made little holders for the soap